Israel has escalated its military response, conducting airstrikes against 120 targets in Lebanon after Hezbollah launched a missile barrage at the northern city of Haifa. This rapid escalation has resulted in significant Israeli strikes on southern Lebanon and the southern suburbs of Beirut. In retaliation, Hezbollah has announced additional attacks on northern Israel, including near Haifa. Israeli military sources report that 120 airstrikes were executed against Hezbollah positions within just 1 hour on Monday. An earlier strike on a building near Bint Jbeil resulted in the deaths of at least 10 Lebanese firefighters, contributing to a rising toll of rescue workers killed in recent weeks, as per Lebanon's Ministry of Public Health. Israel has indicated plans to expand military operations along Lebanon's southern coast, advising residents to avoid a 60-kilometer stretch of the Mediterranean coastline. Hezbollah confirmed the launch of multiple rockets into northern Israel, including artillery shells targeting Haifa and military installations in the area. The group also reported further rocket attacks on regions north of Haifa. The initial assault on Haifa resulted in at least 10 fatalities, marking the first time the port city has been struck since the conflict reignited in October. As of 5 p.m., 1400 GMT, the Israeli military stated that approximately 135 Hezbollah rockets had crossed the border into Israeli territory. Earlier, Israeli forces conducted over 30 airstrikes on Beirut's southern suburbs overnight, marking the heaviest bombardment since September 23, according to Lebanon's national news agency. Targets included a gas station near Beirut airport and a warehouse containing medical supplies. Hezbollah has reported attacking Israeli forces in 2 villages along the southern Lebanese border, asserting its fighters successfully executed a rocket strike on Israeli positions in Marun al-Ras. Recent days have witnessed heightened clashes in the Marun al-Ras area, coinciding with reports of Israeli ground operations. Hezbollah also announced a subsequent assault targeting Israeli forces in the nearby village of Blida, utilizing rockets and artillery. The Israeli military confirmed that 2 soldiers were killed in clashes within the border region, raising the total number of casualties in Lebanon to 11. Additionally, the military stated it has deployed an extra division to strengthen its operations in Lebanon. According to Lebanon's health ministry, Israeli airstrikes have resulted in at least 2,083 fatalities and 9,869 injuries during a year of conflict. Over 1 million individuals have been displaced, primarily from towns and villages in southern Lebanon. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi, termed the situation in Lebanon a severe migration crisis, triggered by escalating Israeli airstrikes. He cautioned that some of these attacks may contravene international law. During his visit to Beirut, Grandi emphasized serious violations of international humanitarian law, particularly the extensive damage inflicted on civilian infrastructure due to airstrikes. Notably, 2 staff members from UN agencies have also been killed in recent incidents. Grandi further indicated that an attack had disrupted operations at a significant border crossing between Lebanon and Syria, exacerbating challenges for those seeking safety. The wave of violence has compelled many Lebanese citizens and Syrian refugees to flee across the border. In response to the escalating situation, the Israeli army ordered the evacuation of over a dozen towns and villages in southern Lebanon, extending the order to a provincial capital. Israeli army spokesman Avichai Adrai issued a warning via social media, urging Lebanese citizens to evacuate north immediately, cautioning that movement southward could jeopardize their safety. The latest evacuation orders now encompass 130 towns and villages in southern Lebanon. Reporting from Hasbaya, Al Jazeera's Imran Khan indicated that the area is sizable, with local residents increasingly anxious about the heightened Israeli military presence along the border. Meanwhile, a UN official disclosed that the Israeli military is establishing a forward base near the UN peacekeeping mission along Lebanon's southern border, raising security concerns for peacekeeping forces. The UN peacekeeping force in southern Lebanon, UNIFIL, has expressed apprehension regarding recent activities by the Israeli military in the southeastern Marun al-Ras area. While specific details have not been disclosed, some sources suggest these developments are occurring near Irish peacekeepers. This follows UNIFIL's recent rejection of Israel's request to evacuate several locations in anticipation of a possible ground offensive. Hezbollah has accused Israel of deliberately using UNIFIL as a human shield. UNIFIL was established following the Israeli invasion in 1978, with a mandate to supervise the withdrawal of Israeli troops from southern Lebanon. This mandate was expanded post the 2006 war between Israel and Hezbollah, permitting peacekeepers to operate along the Israeli border.